Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days. So we're going to get into your current energy, the near future, and then whatever spirit wants you to know or focus on. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements for you because it is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. What else did I want to say? If you'd like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. Once we do the main spread and clarify that, I will clear the cards and find the energy for the person that's on your mind and then your energy and a possible outcome for that situation. And then I'll pull the oracle cards for you. So stick around for that if there's someone that you're interested in finding out about. All right, so this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The next 10 days. You know what? I feel the need to shuffle. They're mentioning something about feeling a little bit cloudy. When I turned my little water thing on here, it's got a buzzing. So there might be a lot going on in your mind right now. You may be overthinking some things. Let's see what kind of energy we can pick up on for you. Okay, so whatever comes up, comes up. If there's work, I'll mention that. And if it's primarily love, we'll talk about that too. Okay, so it looks like there's somebody who wants to reach out to you and tell you how they're feeling. Let's see. So we've got the Page of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the Chariot card in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Queen of Swords, and then in the row for Spirit we have the Two of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, which is really beautiful energy. So what's the challenge? The Emperor in reverse. Maybe there's something that you're feeling is a little bit out of your control. Could it be a relationship? Could it be this situation? Let's see what's going on for you. Your overall energy, amazing, the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a couple things that are coming to me right now. It could be that your focus is primarily on your money. It could also mean that there's an uptick in your money that's coming. So this is about being happy, feeling stable, finding balance, feeling really good about where you are. Let me see if there's anything else they wanted to. They just said something about a possibility of some unexpected money. So if there's something that you've been hoping for or wanting that hasn't come about yet, it could be that it shows up for you in the next 10 days. So this message could be for you whenever you click into the reading. It doesn't mean it has to be from the time I posted it to the next 10 days. So just be aware of that because you find the message when you're meant to find it. So this is a lot of happiness and security and feeling really good about where things stand. So with the Emperor in reverse, along with the Page of Cups, there could have been a situation where you felt like you weren't 100% sure. This person showing up seems very innocent. They could be somebody that's a little bit younger than you. It could just be their energy feels younger. But they definitely want to step forward. It could be also that they're having trouble finding the strength to come towards you and say exactly what it is that they're feeling. If this is somebody from your past, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse could mean that this person tends to create imbalances. In other words, they sort of rock the boat, rock the stability. And it could be that you're just kind of questioning whether you even want to entertain this idea. Again, if it's someone from the past and you're not interested, I can see why. Because of that feeling that they create. They just come in, they create some kind of chaos, there's instability. There's a lot of different things that I feel from this particular energy. Could it be a new love? Yes. And it could be that they're a little bit different than you're used to, and that could make you question their motives. Then we have the King of Wands in reverse. So the sense that I'm getting from this energy is that they don't know how to express themselves in a passionate way. They could have issues around intimacy. That's for somebody. They feel like they can't express themselves. This feels like sort of, they've had a lot of rejection in the past, and it could be that they don't feel as good about who they are in the physical manner, and that could be why they have some insecurities. And maybe you figured that out about this person, and that's where there's this feeling of they don't feel like they really know who they are. So if you've questioned that about somebody, that would make sense. All right, so let's move on to the near future. So the Chariot in reverse, the Hermit card in reverse, and then the Queen of Swords. Something that didn't move forward. Maybe you had expectations of things moving in a different direction and it didn't happen. It could have forced you, I'm going to turn this off because it's making too much noise. It could have forced you into a position where you felt like you had to rethink things. But there's a sense of clarity around the situation. The Queen of Swords knows exactly what she wants, and she speaks her mind. She's not going to mince words. So if you've been in this position and you feel like you need to be really clear, it could have created kind of a place of imbalance for that person. In other words, it struck their ego, whatever it is, whatever their issues are their issues. That has nothing to do with you. You could be dealing with a Cancer, a Virgo. I've got quite a bit of air energy, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We've also got Capricorn energy, and then a lot of water. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So we've pretty much got everybody here. So in this case, I feel like there's a part of you that hesitates to move forward. This could be something that you recognize. If this is a new energy, it could remind you of the past person or someone that you've dealt with in your past, and it's caused you to kind of reflect, do I really want to repeat this type of thing again, or am I just going to cut through the BS? If I sense these kind of things, like someone's insecurities, if you pick up on that someone has insecurities, it could mean that they bring in kind of like a punishment. I know that sounds strange, but this is what's coming to me, so I'm going to tell you. Sometimes when somebody's so deeply not in touch with themselves, if you will, they can project those insecurities onto other people. So they tend to punish people for the reasons that they feel insecure. And I think you're cutting through that and you're realizing, I don't want to move forward with somebody with that type of energy. If they have those problems, they're not my problems. Okay. So Spirit wants you to focus on this. Knowing that there's a lot of thought that goes into the decisions that you make, you want to make sure that you're not blinded by things that have happened in the past. She's got on the blindfold, but that's more to me like about reflection and making smart decisions. So really thinking things through with the mental energy of the swords before you move forward. And I think this is Spirit's way of saying, use that energy. Use that wisely, because you've learned a lot of lessons. You don't want to repeat past cycles, so make sure that you have clarity before you make a decision. And then we have the Knight of Cups. To be honest with you, this feels like something completely different. It feels like a new energy that leads into the Nine of Cups. So this is something different than the other. If that was a past person and this is somebody new that you haven't met yet, this is somebody's energy that's coming towards you, that is your wish fulfillment. And this is Spirit's way of saying, we know exactly what you want. Make sure you make the right decision, because if you have to complete these lessons first before this person comes in, it's going to be everything that Spirit hears you say that you want, then you need to be really clear about the choices that you make moving forward. Nothing's ever going to miss you. I'm not going to tell you that. If it's meant for you, it's going to come to you. If you have to complete a cycle before it comes or learn a lesson before it comes, that's what Spirit will do. It'll bring in the things that you need to learn and make sure that you are very clear about what you want, so that when this energy that is something that you've desired for a really long time comes in, that you're open to it. So if there's any healing that needs to be done, which I'm not sensing that right now, I think you're pretty clear about where you are, what you want moving forward, and so is Spirit. But make sure that if energies that come up that are going to test you, come in to test you, that you recognize that that's what it is. And you very clearly and quickly make a decision. So if this past person wants to come in and they create some kind of instability for you, or they feel powerless in themselves and they project that onto you, then this is recognizing that Spirit really has the best in mind for you and wants you to open up to closing out those cycles and not repeating them, so that you can get what makes you the most happy. All right, I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I don't feel like this person's a bad person, necessarily. If it was, I'd tell you. I'm not seeing any of the, emotionally manipulative. I feel like this person just has a lot of insecurities, and they tend to project them onto other people, and that's where that youthful energy comes in. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, I spoke too soon. And the King of Wands. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So this person's energy feels like in and out. And it could be the reason why it's coming up in your current energy is because they're still around you in some way. Not necessarily that you're inviting them back into your world. It could be that maybe they haven't released you, or there's still some thoughts in your mind about what happened, and you're trying to balance out, like, how did this go the way that it went? But in that energy of finding the balance in yourself, you're waiting for something with that ship to come in that is for you and just for you. And I think you're patient. I think you're willing to wait until the right person, the right energy shows up into your life, because you know what it could possibly be. That rainbow between the Two Pentacles in this card tells me that someone who can wait for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and knowing that you want stability, or you found stability and now you want that in your relationships as well. So I sense that you're willing to wait for it. The Page of Pentacles is also a very young type of energy, but this is a new beginning. So this could be a different excuse me, a different mindset that you have as far as your work is concerned, but this is also, again, a page. So it could be that this person comes in and they offer love, and then they show a little bit of stability, but then they still throw you off balance. And then that King of Wands, and he's the one card in this deck. When I clarify, I say this is somebody with manipulative energies. Why? I don't know. It's what I pick as a reader and how I read it. So it could be different for different readers, but that's just how I see this card. So you could be dealing with someone who has narcissistic tendencies, or comes across as just wanting something for themselves and not necessarily offering something to you in the relationship. And that's where the instability that I pick up from the Queen of Pentacles comes in. If there's any question about a work situation, this feels like right now, if you're feeling that instability financially, something's coming in. It may be small, but be sure to keep your eyes open about it. It may seem a little shaky with this energy. It may seem like you're not sure whether to trust the offer that you're getting. I'd say you can, even though it may seem like maybe not. So we have the King of Wands in reverse. I think there's just a mixed emotion about what's coming towards you as far as the work situation is concerned. I'd say definitely do your due diligence, check into things, make sure that you have the clarity that you need with that Two of Swords coming up in Spirit's row, and make the decision based on that, because it's going to be different for all of you. If there's anything questionable, obviously, make sure that you pay attention to that BS meter that goes on, you know, your intuition and trusting that you know what's best. All right, so let's clarify the Chariot in reverse and the Hermit. I think it's after having gone within and finding the wisdom, doing the work, whatever that may be for you, it's not moving forward with things that don't feel right. And that's great. Sometimes we do make decisions and then later regret them. They're great lessons, but it could be that you've just come to a place where you're not going to move forward if it doesn't feel really good to you because you've done this work. All right, so we have the Lovers in reverse and the Ace of Swords. That's a perfect clarification for this. And the Sun card. Okay, so with the Lovers in reverse and the Ace of Swords, this tells me exactly what I was saying. You're not going to move forward in any kind of relationship, regardless of whether it's romantic or work, because you've already done this work. And moving forward, anything that's going to be this amazing new beginning for you is going to be made from a place of understanding, from wisdom, from lessons learned, things like that, because you're very clear about what makes you happy. So those types of challenges that you've had in relationships feel like they're going to shift. You're going to move forward into what makes you happy. Just like Spirit said, they understand what your wish fulfillment is. You could be dealing with a Leo. We also have more air energy here with Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, and Gemini as well with the Lovers card. So moving forward, not making decisions from, oh, and then we had the Chariot in reverse again. So that just clarifies that. Anything that doesn't make you happy, Ten of Pentacles, something that doesn't feel good or stable, you're just going to push away from it, especially if it doesn't seem to have any kind of a future. And then the Ten of Swords, they keep drawing me back to the deck, so I'm going to give you the information that I get. With the Ten of Swords, having been through those disappointments, those betrayals, having learned from all of those, and then the Six of Cups, because you want balance, you know what balance means to you now in any area of your life, work, relationships, friendships, family, whatever it could be for you. And the Knight of Wands, moving forward passionately into the things that are going to bring you happiness, because you've already been through what I want to say with this being in reverse is your dark night of the soul. So those towers have already happened for you. You've dealt with all of those toxic types of energies, and you made tough decisions to cut things and people out of your life that just don't work anymore. Okay, that was a long clarification, but it had a lot to say, so I wanted to make sure not to miss out on that. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Swords. Making clear decisions about other situations in your life in order to open up for this new energy that wants to come towards you. The Knight of Cups moves a little bit slower, which I think is going to be better for you in the long run. They want me to shuffle. And when you're ready and you make this choice to step away from whatever energies have been there for you in the past, this will start to move towards you. And it's definitely your wish fulfillment. Spirit's paying attention to the things that you're asking for. And then we have the Two of Swords again. And the Nine of Cups in reverse, and then the World card. Going through this transformation helps you make the decisions that you need to make from a place of understanding of what didn't make you happy before. So having it in the upright first is them supporting you, moving forward into your happiness, the things that you truly understand about yourself now that you've done that work, and knowing that you're not going to make decisions that aren't going to be fulfilling to you. Unapologetically is what I want to say. Okay, guys, so that's the portion of this part of the reading. Let's go ahead and I'm going to clear the cards. Think about whoever's on your mind. Put some energy out there about that person, and we'll get into theirs, and then we'll get the romance angels. Now, this could bring out a different message. We'll just have to see what happens. All right, so actually, you know what? I'm going to get the energy first, and then we'll get the romance angels. Bear with me 1 second. So tell me about Libra's person, please. This is for, oh, that one wanted to come out, and it came out in reverse. So the Page of Pentacles. Someone who's unsure about how they want to move forward. It could be somebody that's a little bit immature. Could be unstable, too, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. All right. Queen of Swords, the Fool, and Judgment. All right, so whoever it is that you're thinking about, if this is different from the main spread, it could be similar, but this person's very clear about what they want when it comes to you. Interesting, because I'll tell you in just a second. So the Two of Cups is in reverse. Whoever this person is, I don't feel you're with them. If you are currently in the relationship with them, it feels like there's a tough decision that has to be made. I feel like you're dealing with somebody that sometimes deals with life situations in general from a very immature place. They may take chances that are irresponsible and sometimes make them look like a fool. And this is a dual energy. So this person really wants to take a leap of faith with you. They're going to be very clear about their intentions. Queen of Swords, male or female. It seems as though they speak very clearly, but are they really who they say they are? Are they still projecting some kind of strange insecurity onto you? And the Judgment card. So there's a couple different things I'm feeling. With the Judgment card, I'd say they're trying to make a decision about how to move forward so they don't look like a fool when they come towards you. They want to make sure that they're clear. But I think they know that you know there's a part of them that's still a little bit immature and unstable. Okay. They're definitely afraid of looking like a fool. That's immediately what I feel. So for you, with the Two of Swords in reverse, part of me feels like you already made a decision about this. With the Hermit in the upright, having gone into that energy, very similar to the main reading, when it was in reverse, you had already done it. So you've already gone within, you've already thought through this, and you're very clear about what it is that you want. If you had to make a choice to walk away from this person, it was because you weren't happy. They didn't fulfill that. It could have been thinking that this was going to be the ultimate relationship. Maybe you wanted to marry this person with the Judgment card, or you thought that there was going to be a possibility for that. And already, this is an energy of not fully walking away from someone. If it were in the upright, I'd say you're moving on to calmer waters. You're wanting to focus your energy on something else. But it could be that you're still kind of bouncing back and forth between, did I make the right decision? Is this person right for me or not right for me? Am I misjudging them? It feels a little bit like there's an uncertainty there for you. All right, let's get the outcome. So what is the outcome for Libra? Show me the outcome. We have, ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't think you want to deal with, ooh, sorry, my reactions when the cards come out. I think you want a new beginning somewhere else. This feels very painful. There was a lot that went into this that created probably a lot of disappointment. And I don't know that you're going to want to move forward with this. This is really having passion to go into a new beginning in your life. And the cards that came out are the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, wanting to put down the burdens of the past disappointments. Maybe there were a lot of secrets. You could have been dealing with a Pisces and not wanting to deal with the heartbreak. They could have put you in a third-party situation. So the outcome, I think, if whatever you've thought, if you thought this person had you in a third party with the Moon card right next to it, I'd say they probably did. And remember, I picked up on the narcissistic tendencies from the King of Wands from that particular deck. That tells me that this is the type of personality you were probably dealing with. And you know it, obviously, if you're not with this person anymore, or you're considering what's going on and do you want to be in it again. I think you're too hurt by it and would rather put down the burdens of the manipulation, the lies, whatever it was, whatever really created the heartbreak for you. I'm sorry for that. That's a really tough energy. So let's get the romance angels and see if there's something about a new love that's going to be coming in for you, because I think that's what's coming. As soon as you make this decision to completely release this energy, you could have done it a year ago, but it's still kind of lingering. Once you do is when Spirit was saying they're going to bring in this new person. Okay, we have honeymoon. My cards are upside down. Heart-to-heart conversations, separation, and free yourself. So that's a very clear message. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I feel like the person that you were dealing with has a lot of childhood wounds. They could have been through things that created lots of insecurities. They could have had a very unhealthy, unhappy childhood. And that always reflects how things go. That wasn't the right wording. It always has... I'm just stumped. Hold on a second, because I want to get this message correct. Anytime you have somebody with childhood wounds, it's going to be brought up in relationships. There's going to be triggers, there's going to be issues in order to try to heal that person's pains, those traumas. That's what that's for. You have childhood experiences in order to learn the lessons that you came here to learn. Okay, honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I think this is pretty clear. Whoever this was, I think it's time for you to release that energy from your life, regardless of how long ago it was. If you're in a current relationship and this is how you're feeling, you have a really tough decision to make. It could be that you realize you're not happy and you need to make that decision. You haven't moved away from it yet with the Six of Swords in reverse. It is time. And maybe you just want to sit down and have that conversation with them. You could have thought that this person was going to be the one that you married, like I said before. Getting rid of this energy is going to open you up to the new one that I saw coming in. I hope this message helps if you're going through this, because I'm sorry. I know that's very painful. All right, guys, I'm going to get one last love-related which is the Lover's Oracle, and we'll see what the Lover's Oracle has to say. Okay, this is for Libra. So this is the card. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So maybe this was somebody and that could be the reason why it was hard for you to move away from it. Maybe you felt like they were a great friend to you, but it was too painful to stay in, or you have a really hard time letting go because you feel like that's the bond that has held you together for so long. All right, so let's get some overall messages from Spirit, from the wisdom of the Oracle to close this out. We have Unfinished Symphony, which we understand, Chaos and Conflict, Go the Distance, and TikTok, and then Orphaned. Remember I was talking about somebody could have childhood wounds. This ties into what we saw on the bottom of the Romance Angels. When somebody has those types of issues, abandonment issues, it's very difficult to be with them because they're always going to have them. I don't sense that this is your energy. I feel like it's somebody else you've dealt with. Then it's nothing that you can do. You can't change that for them. They have to heal from that themselves. Unfinished Symphony, this is a 10, so it is completing. This cycle needs to come to an end so that you can move forward. The chaos and the conflict, listen, if this person was narcissistic or has those types of tendencies, with 3-3, the 6, you need to find balance and realize that this chaos and conflict probably won't stop. And it is a tough decision to have to move away from that type of energy. But if you've done your work like I see that you have with the Hermit card, then you know better than to stay in this type of situation. Go the distance. I think this is for you. This is go the full distance on your spiritual journey. Learn the lessons that you came here to learn. The 4 and the 7 reduced to an 11, which tells me that there is another soulmate energy that I feel is coming towards you that is going to go the distance. And then TikTok, I want to snap my fingers. You have a lot of 3s, which is all about mind, body, and spirit. It's like, can we get there already? I'm tired of waiting for the type of person that I know I deserve and I want. So you could be a little bit impatient, which is understandable if you've had to deal with this quite a bit. But I'd say it's definitely coming. It's like the universe saying, it's just a matter of time. It's in divine timing. Release that energy and that new one's going to work its way towards you. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for being here till the end. Again, if you'd like a personal reading, information is in the description box. I hope this helped for the next 10 days. Again, when you click in, it's meant for you. If you did like it, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And I think that's it. You guys have a wonderful 10 days, and I will see you in next week's video. So much love to you. Take care. Bye.